Hey everyone, Pupsker here. Today we're going to be talking about a great method to farm focus in Warframe. So to my knowledge, this is a pretty well-known method to most people at this point, and that is using ESO, Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, as the focus farming spot, essentially. So the idea is as follows: equipped Saryn, or realistically any high range damage type Warframe that can clear the map fast. Equip the Warframe, kill as many enemies as possible in the first 45 seconds of each ESO round, because that is when your focus activates, right? So kill them as fast as possible within the first 45 seconds and farm as much focus as possible. So realistically, you'll want Warframes, weapons, everything kitted out with lenses, just so any damage that you deal will increase the amount of focus you actually get. In the background footage, was just leveling up my Cedo here anyways, so I thought it was a good opportunity to record some footage. So I'm not getting max focus potential, but I was leveling a weapon anyways, and I wasn't taking it too seriously, so do what you will. So my general idea was I was gonna farm most of the focus using Saryn. I mainly farm up either Nariman or Zeneric, but I have random lenses on a lot of equipment here and there, so I'm not really going after specifically one tree. I'll max them all out eventually. I'm in no rush or anything like that. So Saryn would always have Toxic Lash activated, no surprise there, you're generally supposed to do that. And each starting round, I would quickly throw on Toxic Lash and then throw spores onto the enemies to quickly get the spores out there dealing damage fast, right? And then once I would get an energy drop or anything like that, I would chuck out Miasma. And then from there on, it was simple. You just throw out a Miasma every here and there when you can. Maybe if you care enough to, you'll avoid getting the ability cooldown locked out. I myself just spammed it, okay? So yeah, don't judge me too much. But realistically, you'll probably want to throw a Miasma out, kill some enemies, wait for some of the packs to die off, and then throw another Miasma out. You do want to most likely do it in between the cooldowns as to not activate the hidden cooldown timer in ESO. So just keep that in mind, okay? Be careful, but realistically, if you're pretty casual about it like me, you probably won't care. I'm happy getting Radiant Relics and things like that. Getting focus is nice too, and I'm also leveling weapons, so there's a lot of different reasons you can actually just go hit up ESO for one thing, right? I go there for focus mainly, and then I get a bunch of other bonuses, so not too mad there. Okay, if you care to see my current build I'm using on Saryn, it is this. It's so that I can have some strength and range duration. I just kind of want all three of those. I can't really afford to throw on any efficiency right now. I don't have all of my mods maxed out still. It's not a perfect build, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm missing a lot of prime mods, things like that. Could be better, but for right now, I'm enjoying this one. I just have the 2 auger mods on just to get some, 80% energy spent on abilities converted to shields. That's why I have them both on there. And then I just want range and some damage. I would love prime continuity to be maxed, but Endo's rough, okay? Same with rolling guard, same with prime flow, naturally. So this is my one build. It's decent, it's nothing amazing, right? I wouldn't call it anything special. And then I have my second build, my Umbral build. I try to usually have a general easy mode Umbral build on most Warframes, but once I max out my Umbral mods, that'll be a lot more difficult to achieve because, again, Endo's rough and I can't really afford to max half my stuff out. Streamline there, I should probably throw out the... Wait, do I even have a maxed out Streamline? Yeah, sometimes I accidentally get these two mixed up. Anyways, so that's my build here. This one I like to use a little bit more just because it's more safe with Umbral Fiber and Vitality there. But you're obviously losing a lot of range on that. But you're also gaining some efficiency and strength. So this is my like simple whatever build, just when I'm a little lazier, okay? I don't have to pay attention, I don't have to activate rolling guard, so, you know, you can have rolling guard active builds where you actually have to pay attention more so, and you can have your simple numbers are higher so it's harder to die type builds, okay? Both are acceptable, do whatever you will. Warframe is a game and it is for fun. So yeah, all the background is I'm popping and doing as much damage with Saryn's miasma with her spore spreading as much as possible. That's the reason why you like having a ton of range on your build. It's just so your spores can spread around the entire map within seconds if possible. Since Toxic Lash kind of pops the spores and spreads them even more, you're not really going to have any issues with that. So far, Saryn's the only Warframe I really care to take to ESO to farm up focus. And I'll say a couple things about the focus tree itself. If you have just random focus lenses and you need to build up your like focus point pool, you can throw random focus lenses on equipment here and there. It'll still build focus, and any one of the focus tree's skill points can be used to upgrade the skill pool, or the point pool, whatever it's called. So yeah, you can do that if you have just a couple of random lenses and if you're gonna need to increase your total pool. So do that if you want. If not, whatever, that's fine, right? So I just like doing this because it's a pretty simple way, pretty easy way to gain some focus, get some weapons leveled up. Of course, if you're leveling up your weapons, you have to remember that until they are level 30, they will not be giving you any focus, right? So you're taking that hit if you're choosing to level weapons up. You can always take off your secondary and all that if you're not using it, just so you can level things up a little bit faster. I like to, at this point, either run a primary like an Ignis Wraith to gain a lot of focus. I'm not in this video because I was leveling the Cedo, but the Ignis Wraith is, I think, a fan favorite to just gain up a ton of focus. You can use a Kuva Brahma if you want to have fun. Just get a ton of multi-shots, screw around. Anything that can kill enemies quickly and in large amounts in the area is a good weapon to use. So kitted out Ignis Wraith is one of people's favorites to use, but hey, again, it's always up to you. I myself like to use the Cedo. Once my Cedo's back to level 30, all of the elemental damage and spread off the secondary fire will definitely be pretty good. So that's at least what I'm choosing to level up here, choosing to, you know, I'm going to be using that in the future. So I think it's a good idea. I'm going to experiment a lot more eventually with other weapons, but I myself only have the low tier lenses. I don't have any of the higher tier lenses. Because of that, I'm not really too focused on focus farming at the moment. I don't run a ton of Eidolons as of yet. I still haven't done a lot of auxiliary open world type things. So I'm just taking the game one day at a time, right? There's only so much you can do. I have a lot of farming to do. I got a lot of videos to make. It is going to be a busy month. So that's what I'm choosing to do. If you have any other weapons, any other builds, go for it. Let me know in the comments below. I'm always curious what people like to use. I believe popular builds for focus farming in ESO, generally you want to use Warframes with high AoE, high damage, and good nuke ability. So people like to throw on Volt and Saryn a lot. There's obviously a ton of other Warframes you can use. I think people are saying Mirage is pretty cool, but it's always up to you. Use what you have when you have it. Maybe I'll screw around, have a ridiculous Rhino build. Who knows? Rhino, yeah, I don't think his fourth ability with a ton of range will be enough though, so I think my idea is dead in the water before it begins. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. Do appreciate you watching. If you like the video, sub, like, favorite, do all the YouTube things, share it around, all that jazz. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.